Yoski Woski. Should push a man Chan here. Mind of a Maniac. Cell 43. And this beautiful rainy day that we got going on today, which them storms this morning, very therapeutic. Oh, out there, oh my gosh. It felt so good to be out there. But speaking of therapeutic stuff or stuff that's good for the brain, I had a hell of an experience this past weekend, which I know I was supposed to be making a video about losing weight and health tips and stuff, which I'm still going to do. I just don't want to bombard you all with a bunch of videos and stuff. But what happened to me last weekend? That experience was unmatched. So, for those that don't know, I like to experiment in different things. So, I tried DMT for the first time Saturday night. Let me tell y'all something. That shit, not a drug. That shit is a spiritual experience. The only thing I can compare that to is God. That is God in a bottle. I put that on black babies. This experience that I had Saturday night was probably some of the most intense, out of this world. It's just kind of hard to explain. I can explain it, but I'm already crazy and I'm already nuts and I'm not wired right. But if I explained everything that I've seen in this 15-minute trip, because that's all it is. It's like 10, 15 minutes tops, max. That's all it is. It's not like an all-day thing. You are like this for 10 to 15 minutes and you are not here. So, like, if you all seen Endgame where, what's his name? Shit. I'll draw him blank right now. Doctor Strange's big homie, his OG, the bald woman, when in Endgame where she took Bruce Banner and the Hulk and she separated his soul like that. Yeah, imagine that. So imagine your body is sitting there, but your soul is gone and it's out of here. It's like in another fucking dimension. I cannot exaggerate this shit, okay? And the way this shit sends you to another dimension, it's like one of those rides or roller coasters where you're going down a black tube and the lights start flashing and the faster you go, it starts coming back. Like, dude, let me tell you something. It ain't like alcohol. It ain't like weed. It ain't like no other type of thing, okay? Where it takes a little time to get in. Once you hit that bitch, you are there, okay? One hit, there's no there's no warm up. The only thing that you're gonna feel is like a warm tingling thing and then take off. For real. By the time I said, oh my, I couldn't even get the word God out. I was already gone. Okay? And the feeling that it gave me, I will say this, because there's a couple things that it showed me that I can't say because it's real personal, real close to my heart, like for real. But the intro was the biggest euphoric feeling I've ever had, and it was the most warmest, loving feeling I've ever had. Imagine all the love that you've ever wanted in your entire life, like the real love, like the actual, like unconditional, just inside feeling. All that shit surrounded me and made me feel so warm. I'm talking about so safe and so warm inside to where I almost pissed myself. For real. Like, you ever been asleep or dreaming and you feel like you're about to piss and it feels so good and shit? Imagine that times 10. Like, for real. And, like, this shit is like shrooms times 100. This shit is different, fam. Oh my God, like, I want to say everything, but it's so hard to explain some shit. Like, that shit let me know that these two things right here they don't see everything that's going on. Everything is going on around. There's so much shit going on around us that's not here. And we ain't the only ones here. This is not the only fucking realm or universe. There's other shit out there. Like I said, the only thing I can compare this to is God. That is the only thing that I can remotely possibly like compare this to, because first and foremost, I felt God. There's I will say this one thing. There's one thing that I seen where it felt like I was on Krypton from the Superman movie, where all those crystals and shit was around, except I was laying down and I was looking up at the crystals, and the motherfuckers were shining down so bright and so light and so pure. It was like the purest thing I've ever felt, okay? The shit felt so good. When I emerged from my trip, I had tears leaking from my eyes of pure joy. That's how good that shit felt. It felt like I was in heaven, and that's what it looked like. It was the brightest shit I've ever seen, and it was just like crystal, like, God damn. Like, the shit that I seen on this trip, I can't unsee. And when they say, like, when people see certain shit, it does something to them, that shit's real. Because I can't unsee what I just seen, and I can't give that experience back that I had. Like, that's, man, look. That's top 3 craziest experiences of my life. Single-handedly. Like, for real. And it might be top 2. You ask anybody who's done this shit, and they will tell you the same. They compare this up to their kids and their marriages and all this shit. This is that type of feeling for real. Like, God damn.